Good day to our listeners. I am John Quincy, more known as Kinse, and this is Right Where You Left Me, Kinse Interview Special podcast. I just want to explain why I asked Right Where You Left Me. In this podcast, I wanted to see the people in my surrounding on a different perspective. I want to be more aware of how they are in the real world, what their struggles are, and what they cry to at night, and how they overcome those problems. This is going to be our pilot episode, and we have a very special guest. Kenny Simorangkir is on the line right now. Would you please introduce yourself, Kenny?
Hi everyone, I'm Kenny Simorangkir and it feels so great to be here. Thank you so much, John, for inviting me. It is such an honor.
Thank you for introducing yourself, Kenny. Now, can we proceed to our interview? I am very interested of what you can offer to us because as far as I know, you are a very passionate musician and I want to know what are the struggles and insights being a musician. So, this is the first question for you, Kenny. How have you been during the pandemic? What were your realizations? How were you able to grow as a person just inside your house during the quarantine days?
Well, there's lots of things happening obviously during the pandemic, and I feel like it has changed who I am as a person. I've spent lots of time finding myself, who am I, where I am, like what my passion is in, and thankfully I found my interests in the world of music, in the world of songwriting, and yeah, here I am. I am now writing songs for myself and for other people, like you, for example. And I
Yes,
have written like maybe 20, 30 songs, but I just haven't had the chance to upload them maybe one day soon, maybe in the next year or in the next 2 years. But you will get something from me, obviously.
finally. I'm so excited for your records releases. So, this is the second question. How did you get into music? What made you realize that you were born to music?
I mean, I think that it has always been an interest of mine to listen to music, but I haven't really had an interest to write songs until I'm 13. So I used to dance a lot to Dancing Queen by ABBA when I was 4.
That
Yeah,
song
you
is
know
really good.
ABBA?
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
It's like everyone's favorite, isn't it?
That is a dance club song. I love that song. We play that in karaoke every time.
Me too, me too. And I have really wanted to be a singer since I was like 8 years old. And as I grew older, I realized that there's no one going to make music for me. There's no one writing music for me. So I gotta do it myself. So I have to learn how to write songs. I have to learn how to produce songs. So yeah, I started writing my first song in last year of middle school. It was
Mhm.
like a graduation song, but it ended up as a heartbreak song, the song we wrote together,
Wow.
that
Yeah.
Only You song. And
Oh,
it took 9 months to finish that song. So I was like,
finish. Yes.
yeah. So I was like, can I actually do it? Can I even finish like a number of songs in a couple of months if I
Mhm.
want to be a big singer and release albums? But yeah, thankfully, this is my passion, and I figured out how to write songs in a shorter amount of time.
I believe in you. I believe that you can rule the music industry in the near
Well, thank
future.
you.
Yes,
That means a
yes.
lot. Oh my god.
This is the third. How do you write your songs? Where do you get those words from? Are they from experience?
I mean, yes, I mostly write my songs based off my experiences. Most of my songs are based from my heartbreaks and my family problems, so I think that it is easier to write songs based off my experiences because I can actually draw a storyline of what is happening and be true to myself. But
Mm-hmm.
in some cases, I could also write songs which are not from my experiences. Like if there is a singer out there doing an open verse challenge and I have to write a song, if I were in the song, you know
Yeah,
what?
like
That
you're
what I mean?
featured in that song.
Yes. So most of the songs that I wrote in the open verse challenge aren't based off my experiences, so I used that as a practice to write
Mhm.
a fictional song. I call it a fictional song because it
Yes.
hasn't ever happened to me.
All right. All right. I totally get that. I am also doing that in my songs. I just create a story out of nowhere, even though it didn't happen in my life. Then I can create a whole album out of it. Okay, so this
Yeah.
this is the fourth question. Can you share us your concrete plans regarding the rollout of your future records? Are there plans of releasing an album?
Hmm. Honestly, of course, there has been plans of releasing like records of more than one songs in the project, but I haven't really had a date or like what should I really do. But I have always been writing songs and I've been collecting them and I've been arranging them to make a storyline from track one until the last track. And I've always practiced my creative skills by thinking, what should I do with this record? Like, what kind of photo shoot do I do? What kind of
Mm,
costumes do I do? Like, what concept? What is the concept?
mm,
And I feel like, um, yeah, as much as I write songs, I still haven't find like the light of the day. I still
mhm.
haven't find the way to release them. So yeah, it takes time, but
Yes, it does.
I want it to be fully like when you're
Perfect.
cooking something fully cooked.
Yes,
I
totally get
want to be fully prepared for the release.
that. Mhm. Let me just spoiler listeners regarding your records. I'm telling
Okay,
you,
sure, sure.
Kenny's future album is diverse. There's a lot of genres. There's pop, ballads, piano, rock songs, R&B, and that's what I like
Mhm.
about it. So this is the fifth question. Kenny, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
This is the fifth. How do you cope up with the mental health issues? How do you deal with stressful moments at school, at home, or even when making music? Because you feel pressured to give your best.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up because I feel like I don't feel pressured when I make music, but I feel
Mhm.
pressured when I release it. Like the stress
Yeah.
I get when I post a teaser or like a poster or just barely a cover, and then I could feel very stressed because of that. And like what's in my head is just, do people like this?
Mhm.
Will people enjoy this? But the way that I cope with things, like with my mental issues, is to eat and to talk with friends because talking with people, in my opinion, really distracts you from those kind of stuff. You know, I don't deal with it. I'm more of like an escaper. I distract myself from all of it. So
Oh,
that,
you
yeah.
you don't solve your issues, but you run away from it. You distract yourself. You do much more things that you enjoy.
Yeah, and like that's like something bad for me. I do not recommend anyone else to do this, but yeah, for now that's the only way I can deal with things is to distract myself.
Yes. And we hope you heal from the things you don't talk about. We hope that you have a very healthy mental health right now in the
Thank you.
future in your lifetime. So that's all of the five questions, and we're on to our last question, which is a general question for this podcast.
Yes.
This is the question. When did you last feel your right where you left me moment.
My last right where you left me moment. Honestly, it was in. I think it was in October, and like I feel like it was the worst of the worst. Right where you left me moments I've ever had. If you are asking me if I have healed from that, not really. But yeah, like the last question, I distract myself a lot just to not think about that situation. Um, I feel like it's going to take time to heal for that one. So I am doing stuff to make myself focus on other things because I also need to prepare for music and also my studies. So I gotta push that aside first and I will deal with it later.
Talking to you, Kenny. So this is the end of our podcast. Kenny, can you please say hi, say goodbye to our listeners?
Goodbye to John's Right Where You Left Me
Yes.
listeners. I hope you enjoyed this episode and the other episodes that is going to come. Thank you so much, and don't forget to stream my music or John's music wherever you are.
Yes.
Bye.
So this is the Right Where You Left Me Kinse interview special pilot episode. It's gonna be available on August 1st, 2022. New episodes every Monday, 5 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. Thank you. Bye bye.